What time is it? Game time! Woo!
What up, YouTube? It's your boys, Detroit Love, PDubs, MichaelB the Game Genie, and Restalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes. Let's get it started.
What up, dudes? Thanks as always for tuning in to the Friday Funhouse. It's the Super Game Room Dudes, your arcade and gaming podcast show. We got another fun-filled episode tonight, full of news, information, entertainment, and plenty of giggles. Hopefully you'll stick with us for the entire hour so you don't miss a second. If you guys leave early, you know what happens. You come back next week, and you're not going to know all the inside jokes, man. You're not going to know the inside jokes, and that's what it's all about. Hey, everyone in the chat, do me a favor. Say hello to Detroit Love. How are you, Carl?
Fantastic. You know how to do it, baby.
Fantastic. And of course, we have Restalgia. How you doing, Restalgia?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Doing good. And then we have MichaelB the Game Genie. What does your name say? What is that?
That's not my name. Say my name.
Dartboard B Flangy. What is that?
It's a funny name.
Oh my god.
PDubs. You have us in the wrong spot. We need to flip because it's uncomfortable.
All right. Hang on. We don't want to confuse the audience either. Hang on. Oh. Whoop. There we go.
There we go.
All right. Cool. Hey, wait a minute. Kamla says, why is D-Love the only one wearing the merch? I got the merch on right here, man. Super Game Room Dudes t-shirts. Right here, boys. Go get your Super Game Room Dude shirts. Speaking of which, guys, we're going to kick off the show with shamelessly plugging the merch. Because guess what, guys? We're going to do it all over again. National Owners Day Part 2, right? It's like Hot Shots Part 2. National Owners Day Part 2 is this Sunday. And if you guys remember on Valentine's Day, you pissed off your wives, you pissed off your girlfriends. They're mad, they're angry, and there was only one way to make it up to them. And we're going to show you how. Hey guys, it's the Super Game Room Dudes. We know a lot of you are still reeling from the misses for ignoring them on Valentine's Day to place your reservations for the AtGames Legends family of products coming up this year in 2021. What better way to make it up to them, gentlemen, and get yourself out of that doghouse by buying them an Only Flans t-shirt. Available now on Restalgia's Teespring store. These shirts are made for the ones you love and will get you out of the doghouse and right back to where you want to be. Check out the links in the video description below, and fellas, these shirts will also look good on you too, just not as good on you as it does Mrs. Kongs R Us. Subscribe to the Kongs R Us YouTube channel, guys, and get your orders in. Good luck from the Super Game Room Dudes. We're just trying to help.
Why
Everything
do
was
you
going
run
well.
that past
Everything was
us
going
before you
well.
play stuff like this, man?
Oh,
Wow.
we love Mrs. Cogs R Us. Thank you so much as always for being willing to model the shirts. And guys, make sure you guys get your shirts. And you don't have to buy the OnlyFans t-shirts. You can get, we got some pretty cool designs over there in Restalgia's Teespring store. There's a lot of good stuff. So there you go.
And Michael B, thanks for modeling the nips as usual. We
Yeah,
appreciate
No
it.
sweat.
We appreciate that. All right, guys, let's dive into some
Hold on,
arcade.
wait, before we dive in, we got to go back to that video for a second because
I can't. I don't want to rerun the whole thing.
oh no, I don't. Please don't rerun it ever again. I'm wondering, one, how long did it take you to do that? And that voiceover, man, was impressive.
Yeah, man.
It was
Yeah.
good. I got chills.
Yep. Hey, Cogs is here. Mr. Cogs R Us. Guys, subscribe to the Cogs R Us YouTube channel. Give him a high five in the chat. Tell him thank you for Mrs. Cogs R Us being so awesome. She loves having fun with the community and doing stuff like this. So that was really, really cool. All right, let's dive into some arcade and gaming news. The audience awaits. Who should we talk about first? Maybe we should talk about this Arcade1Up Mortal Kombat Midway thing first. Let's kind of get this off our chest because this is the one that gets me the most frustrated. And guys, let us know in the live chat. Did you get your orders in or were you shut down? Did they cut the rock off at second base, guys? Is that what happened? Let's start with MichaelB, the Game Genie. Did you get yours in? We got a $4.99 super chat from the Jedi Knights Watch. Keep up the great work, fellas. We will try. We will try.
Yeah, I got my pre-order in because I live in Canada, and it was relatively easy.
Yeah. What is up with Canada? Canada used to not get anything. And you guys could literally check this out. I don't want to pivot subjects too quickly, but
No. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it.
all right, we'll come back to it. We'll come back to why I'm mad at every Canadian right now. All right, but all right. So you got it, Restalgia. Did you order it? What's going on?
I did pre-order it. I'm not sure if I'll keep it, but I pre-ordered it because I could, and I know you couldn't. So
what about you, Detroit Love? Was that a cabinet you were even interested in or anything?
No, they're trying to catch up with this badass mod back here, but they're not even close yet. So they keep on working on it. They'll get there. But I do have the Atari one on pre-order, but the Midway I have no interest in. But the thing that I don't like about it, because I get the emails like everyone else, they send out the emails and they're always sold out by the time they actually send the emails to the people that signed up to be notified. So it's like it'd be nice if they actually notify people early, since you asked to be notified.
Is it our fault though? Is it our fault though?
No, I'm going to make a quick joke here. They went from the Nintendo model of having limited supply to the analog model of it being sold out instantly.
But it's interesting because here's what's funny is a lot of us on YouTube, as well as in these Facebook groups, like we're always keeping an eye on these things, right? And sure enough, once it went live, like I put a post on my community channel. Cool Toy was posting it in the Arcade1Up fan pages, which have 16,000 people in them, right? 16,000 people have access to that post. And maybe because there was only about 200, 300 units, because that's what came into the ports, guys. I have the port data. Maybe it's our fault that by the time Arcade1Up sent out the notification, influencers had already informed the community and orders were placed rapid fire. And not just influencers, just regular people on the internet, man. Regular people were like, guys, it's live now. Go get it. That fan page had like 9 people post the link on it. Is it our fault? Or is it the community's fault? Or is it Arcade1Up's fault for only having a few hundred units available per retailer? What do you guys think?
So a lot of times people will question whether or not this is strategy, and I think there is some strategy that they're lowering their production run numbers from a quantity standpoint to make sure that they don't run into these situations with the Walmart fire sales. But it's a production run come down, but it's also we're in a pandemic, man, and it's hard getting shit into the port right now. So I don't think that I think that it's slightly intentional, but I don't think it's as intentional as what we're seeing.
I agree with KevGret 100%. If they had a limited quantity, why pre-order it all? Just let when they are received by the by the retailer. Just let them throw it up, and when they're sold out, they sold out, and they're sold out. And if they get more, they get more. But pre-order indicates that you're using it to gauge the quantity in which you should produce. And it seems silly that if you're going to offer a pre-order that you cap it at 200, 300 units. It seems, I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense unless they're intentionally not producing more.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot and I don't mean to, but you also can remember Arcade1Up came out and announced this was their evergreen product. All the legacy cabs were going to be their evergreen product, meaning they'll constantly be in distribution. So I don't know why anybody would think this is sold out and they're not going to be able to get it in the future. From what they've said, this is pretty much always going to be available from year to year.
Always available except today, Michael B.
I know.
That's true.
Hold on,
always
guys.
available, and always available doesn't mean it's going to always be available all year long either. It may be available next year again.
All right.
But my thing is, like with the legacy Atari, they did it in waves. So I'm in the first wave, which has like a May date for receipt, and then they did a wave 2, which has a June date. So why not keep with that same model that they introduced with that cabinet?
Good points, Carl. Good points. Now, Zohar gave us a $3.99 super chat. He ordered it just to cancel it, and it felt so good to cancel. If you guys know anything about Zohar in our gaming community, he's not a fan of this cabinet. Scarpad gave us a $5 super chat. After the last few pre-orders, Arcade1Up has seen the last of my money. I gave it to AtGames for the Mini and the Legends Pinball. 1UP is pissing off the base. I can kind of feel that vibe. Zohar, you're more than welcome to super chat, but you don't have to, guys. Guys, you don't have to give us super chats. You guys know when I do this show, I try to show as many comments as possible. Super chats are appreciated, but not required. Not at the Super Game Room, dudes. All right, guys. So low volume demand, oldest trick in the book. So maybe, just maybe, as these companies are recovering, I'm going to play devil's advocate on behalf of the companies. And then I'm going to switch it. Maybe, just maybe, on behalf of these companies, production is just ramping up, right? AtGames just got 1,000 some pinball machines finally into the United States. Arcade1Up just got about 1,500 Marvel pinball machines into the United States. They just got about 1,000 Star Wars pinball machines. Like the stuff is coming, right? All the production delays, the stuff is finally happening. Maybe this is just step one, and we're going to see a more natural flow of this stuff continuously coming over after Chinese New Year ends in a couple of days, right? So maybe that's possible. Maybe this is just the hiccup before everything gets better, right? But then again, at this point, I'm like, you know what? Screw these pre-orders. I would rather say just get the stuff in. Once it's actually in Best Buy's hands, have Best Buy say they're now available for sale. They're going to sell them all out anyway. Why do a pre-order, right? They're going to sell them all out, right? Why not just do that? Why are we doing pre-orders anyway? Especially, like Kev Gretz said, if you only have a few hundred units available to sell, doesn't make a lot of sense there. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's the confidence of the stores. Like Best Buy is like, hey, I don't know if I'm going to move these things or not. I don't know. And the pre-orders give them the numbers ahead of time versus if they buy a certain number and don't know if they're going to move. So I don't know if that's the strategy or not. I have no clue, but clearly they know the numbers ahead of time with the pre-orders.
So how is this any different than what they did with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X? They knew they were getting limited quantities on that. They still put that up on pre-order.
That's a different product, baby. That's gonna sell itself.
That appeals to a much wider audience.
Yeah.
So.
But
Arcade1Up is not Sony, that's for sure.
But it's the same philosophy, though. They only had limited numbers. They put it up on a pre-order. Why are we? I know you're saying it's a different product, but why are we not giving them the same hard time for doing that with a limited quantity?
That's a fair point. I think it's a different product though. Consoles they appeal to everyone and their mom, right? So when you're dealing with somebody like Sony or Microsoft, and they know, one, they've got a limited quantity, and two, they're delivering more than 300 units. So they're essentially, and the nice thing that they do there is they allocate those units on a per store basis for pre-orders if you're doing a walk-in. So when you walk into a GameStop or you walk into an EB Games, it's not an unlimited number. You have 5, 10, 15, 20, 100 units for that specific location. So I don't know. I think that we're talking 200 or 300 units Get them to the retailers. Let the retailers post them on their website. When they sell out, and wait for the next batch.
And also with the PlayStation and those things, you're dealing with the bots where people are automatically buying these from the online stores. So the actual people aren't actually buying most of those. The resellers are buying them with the bots. So that's something you have to deal with those products as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, Wilson makes a good point. Arcade1Up, no transparency. They have gone radio silent. We haven't heard from Arcade1Up officials in a long time in any of the fan forums, Discords, Reddits, Facebook pages, any of that kind of stuff. They've gone radio silent since John D took his little sabbatical. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they've posted some updates like, oh, hey, guys, this product's now available for pre-order, but it's already sold out. You know what I mean? But minus that, no information, right? Whereas their competition is trying to provide as much information as they can, but the catch-22 there is every time iiRcade and AtGames provide information, if they give a date, people act like it's a movie release. Like, oh man, they said May 10th, 9 p.m. That movie's coming out. That arcade machine is going to be in my hands, right? And obviously, folks, we have to understand that those are approximate dates. So here's the thing, though. When those dates come and go and it's not fulfilled, are those companies hurting us, hurting themselves, hurting their reputation? Should those companies be as quiet as Arcade1Up, or should Arcade1Up be as transparent and as loud and clear with what's happening as the other companies? Restalgia, what do you think?
I think it's entirely up to how that company wants to represent themselves. I think that being quiet is totally fine if that's what you're going to do consistently. Mm-hmm. If you are going to be engaged with your community and you're going to do that consistently, that's fine too. The problem that I have with companies is sometimes they'll tell you stuff and then other times they go quiet. Just pick one. Either be open and honest or be closed off. You've got lots of companies that do both. Nintendo doesn't tell you anything until they tell you something. And then you've got other companies that'll tell you months and months and months in advance if something's coming down the pipeline. So it's just, pick one. You can't really have both.
Yeah, it would be better off if they projected farther ahead, and then you get surprised and the thing shows up 2 months earlier. Then to say 2 months earlier, then it shows up 2 months late. So, because at this point in time they're just guessing because these boats are sitting in the ports waiting to come aboard.
Yeah, but they did that, Carl. The people got the restructured pinball release dates for December 31st, 2021. Then they started freaking out about that.
Yeah. Well, maybe we're just never happy. We're just a bunch of greedy babies that want our toys. And we want our toys now. But in all honesty, I got to say this on behalf of me, myself, and folks, if you want to agree with me in the live chat, in my personal opinion, Arcade1Up needs to give more information. They need to give more updates. They need to be saying, hey, guys, just so you know, some boats have left. The crap's on its way. Hey, guys, the boats have docked. You know what I mean? That's what iiRcade is doing. That's what AtGames is doing. And it's actually kind of calming the storm. You know what I mean? The problem is some people get then a little antsy. Well, you said it was at the dock 8 days ago. Well, guys, there's an 8-day delay at the docks right now, right? The crap's just sitting there for 8 days on the docks collecting dust. That's how long of a delay there is with this stuff. So in my opinion, though, I want information. I'm the kind of person that wants information all the time. I want information and I want to give information, hence why I do YouTube. So, I'm the kind of person I want information. I'd rather they tell me and I know so I can suck it up and say, okay, you know what? Okay, that's fine. You know what I mean? Versus not knowing, I get in a rage. Whereas some people, they're like, it gets here when it gets here. You know what I mean? So, guys, let me know in the live chat what you think. A lot of folks are saying communication is key. I love how Sidearm says Arcade1Up does not care about you. That is absolutely true. I'm not going to deny that point.
But the reality is, no matter what they do, you're still going to have people complaining.
Yeah, that's
crying.
right.
You know what I mean? So they're in a no-win situation regardless. And like I said in my video earlier, it's stop being baby, stop whining, man. Come on now. These are toys. You're not waiting on medication to keep you alive. Come on now. It's not that serious at the end of the day.
I'm gonna die if my pinball machine doesn't show up. But yeah, we hear it. Restalgia, you're being awfully quiet down there. Come on, man. I'm
just listening.
You got to throw
listening.
something in. You got to throw something in. So
yeah.
So two things. It's not like 300 Frogger cabinets arrived and only 10 sold, right? Like, you know, these Midway legacy cabinets, obviously people are interested in them as well, especially with the passion by folks about how upset they were that they couldn't get into the first run. Michael B., I think you made a great point. These legacy cabinets are supposed to have a continuous flow. These things are going to keep being built, keep arriving. If you didn't get them in this wave, guys, you'll probably get them in the next one or the one after that, right? Hopefully production will ramp up. In my opinion, I'm getting a little worried about this cabinet with all, you know, I'm flip-flopping on it. We've talked about it before. Sorry, I had too much flan for lunch. Oh, my God. But I'm flip-flopping on it. And the more I read Zohar's comments, the more I want to actually, you know, join him on his quest to destroy this cabinet.
Zohar, I understand that you're disappointed, but I mean, you know this. And I said this in my release video for the Midway Legacy Cab. There's another Mortal Kombat coming right around the bend that's going to have the things you want. It's going to be live. So, I mean, you just got to be patient. This is maybe not for you. This is for other people that just want to consolidate their cabs.
Yeah. Scott Gray says he can pre-order a loaf of bread. That's pretty funny. Oh man, people in our live chats are always hilarious. So hopefully we'll see more production. Hopefully we'll see that cabinet come out furthermore and all that kind of stuff. But let's talk pinball. Michael B., why don't you make the announcement for anyone, because we have a lot of Canadian viewers who follow our channel, and I'm mad at you, I'm mad at Restalgia, I'm mad at all of them, because now I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Because my pinball machines from Arcade1Up are nowhere to be found. And what news do you have to share with everybody? What can happen today?
So I can place an order for Arcade1Up Marble Pinball with Walmart today and have it in less than 2 weeks right now. So it's a bit of a difficult one here in Canada because a lot of people who pre-ordered threw the brick and paid full price. Unfortunately, there was some kind of allocation error, and people who ordered recently at the brick, one guy actually placed his order like last Tuesday and went and picked it up the same day. And there's people with pre-orders that still haven't even got notifications if they can get it yet. So there seems to be a lot of pinball here in Canada right now, Marvel and Star Wars, and you can get them rather quickly if you live in an area with a distribution center close to you. So
what do you think about this, Restalgia? You were telling us offline you might go grab a cabinet. Which one were you thinking about?
Well, my Star Wars one's coming tomorrow. I'm going to go pick that one up for sure tomorrow.
Nice.
I was talking with Buy Stuff Store.
You can go get the Marvel one.
And I'm thinking about canceling my order with the brick and ordering with them tomorrow. And I'll probably have that like 2-3 days. They'll ship it to me pretty quick. So I'm in a good spot. So
Tuesday? Oh, snap. You know what? All right, you know what? Canada deserves something. We're going to let you have this one. But when Killer Instinct comes out, if a Canadian gamer has that before me, I'm going to quit YouTube. Like, I'm going to be angry. You guys don't deserve the nice things before us. I don't know what makes you think you guys do.
Because we're good people.
We're better at gaming than you are.
You think you're good people? All right. Well, let's talk about Canadians be good people, right? So, for instance, I don't know if you guys know what we talk about behind the scenes, but a lot of times our discussions go off the rails. And we're going to go off the rails here real quick for you guys, because the other day we were just simply doing what a lot of you do with your friends in your group chats on Facebook. We talk about what are we eating for lunch today, right? What are we eating for lunch? And Carl, Detroit Love, shared with us this beautiful photo of this of this homemade spaghetti that he made, right? This beautiful homemade spaghetti. And we're like, wow, Carl, that looks like a delicious lunch, right? So Michael B tells us, well, Carl, I'm having spaghetti too.
I specifically told you not to tell people how I lived.
All right. So here's what's interesting is Michael B tells us he's eating spaghetti too, and he sends us this picture. Now, guys, look at that spaghetti. If you were a child, You know what that is. You know what that is. That is not homemade mama's spaghetti. You know exactly. You know exactly what that is. That's right. Chef Boyardee, Michael B. the Game Genie. And to quote Michael B. the Game Genie, don't tell people how I live. He doesn't want people to know.
If you guys want this on a T-shirt, you let me know.
Take your screenshots now. Michael B. does not want people to know how he lives. Who eats that crap? Oh, Michael B. Look at that. That looks awful. That looks delicious.
I told you it was my daughter's lunch, and they gave me the leftovers as I was on a conference call. But yet that's not put out to everybody. No.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was your daughter's lunch. Oh yeah, we got you, Mike.
But there you go. Seriously, I would rather eat that than this. What is that? That's not even spaghetti.
You know you can't share
You know
anything
what?
with
You know
PDubs.
what?
You're lucky he didn't make a video.
You guys are spaghetti shaming me. This is terrible.
We are spaghetti. We are spaghetti shaming you. Hold on. I thought I saw another super chat fly by. We got a lot of LOLs in that. Did we or not? Or did I miss it?
No, I don't think so.
All right, cool. Did I miss one? I thought I saw one fly by. There were a ton of LOLs there.
No,
well,
I'm there, man.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Don't tell people how I live my life. You knew the minute you typed that, I was going to share it with
everyone. Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about National Owners Day.
I got a stitch. I got a stitch.
You got a stitch. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Okay, carry on.
All right. Okay. Let's talk real quick about National Owners Day Part 2. So National Owners Day Part 2 is going to be this Sunday, and you'll be able to compete in events to win prizes, and you'll be able to possibly win an AtGames Legends Ultimate Mini Tetris Edition, which we will end up announcing. We're going to host the night show again Sunday evening, so you guys will see us Sunday night. And because we literally don't have to announce, 6 pinball machines and all that, we're going to do our best to make it a quick show, 30 minutes or less, because we probably will have some entertaining stuff for you guys as well. So make sure you guys participate, possibly win the AtGames Legends Ultimate Mini Tetris Edition. Now, do any of you know the contest? Restalgia, I'm counting on you here. What do people do to participate to win it?
Oh, you're counting on the wrong guy, man.
Come on, man. You're the one.
I don't have the information, man. I really don't. I'm sure I have it somewhere. I don't have it ready in front of me.
We'll give you time to find it then.
Oh my God, look at this. Everyone in the live chat's just talking about your spaghetti, Michael B. No one's paying attention to the show anymore. Once again, we wrecked the show. It's like flan all over again. Now it's Chef Boyardee. Oh man. His lunch is still more popular than the A1-Up Rampage cabinet. There you go.
Poor Rampage.
All right, so play games. Jason Tierney says, just play and randomly win. There you go, guys. There you go. All right, guys, so make sure you play. Make sure you tune into the show. We're going to announce the winner. Speaking of which, hats off to AtGames. Over this week, they sent out emails as well as notified a ton of folks about their pinball, their waves. Guys, what did you think about that communication? It sounds like we're going to have all these waves fulfilled, waves 1 through 3 by the end of March, right? And then in April, wave 4 will ship. So you're talking, guys, over the next 4 weeks, your pinball machine should be hopefully shipping to you. Did you order an AtGames Legends pinball machine? Are you in waves 1 through 3? Are you excited about finally receiving it? I want to see your comments in the live chat. Detroit Love, what do you think about how AtGames notified folks? Do you think that was good? Or, like our conversation earlier, is it going to come back to bite them in the ass if they can't meet those promises? Go ahead.
It's good that they're being transparent. They're trying to keep people updated. That's the best you can do. You're still gonna have to call the ambulance because you're still gonna have babies out there crying, no matter what you do. But they're trying to keep communication open, let people know when it changes. Because before it was like the first week in March. Now it's obviously altered. It's the end of March. So as it changes, if they update the people, then hopefully they'll keep their pitchforks in the barns.
I like this. This is the fatigue. This is the exhaustion our community has gone through with pinballs throughout the year of 2020 and into this first quarter of 2021. A lot of people, guys, we're just exhausted. Like at this point, just take my money. Just give me my goddamn pinball machine. That's the way a lot of people feel, right? And I totally respect it because I just want I have all my pinball machines except my Arcade1Up machines. I just want my machines. Just give them to me and I'll shut up, right? So I can see what a lot of people are saying here. Go ahead, Michael B. Your thoughts on all this with AtGames?
I think it's great. I hope people get their pinballs soon. They're really excited. I know that there's a lot of negativity with people saying, I want my pinball already, but you got to look at that the reverse way too. It means you're doing something right. It means that you've put a product out there that people are really excited about to the point that they're willing to get upset that they can't have it. So really good job AtGames. And I know, guys, it feels like it's forever. And we just found out that we're probably going to be getting it in Canada the very first to second week of April, and I'm dying here. I look at everybody else with all their pinball, and I ain't got no pinball, so I can't wait for my pinball to show up.
Yeah, but you really want that attack from Mars.
I do. Yeah, I do. I almost got Marvel pinball. I was lying in bed last night trying to convince my wife, and she was so mad at me. She was like, "You already got 2 pinballs coming. Do you need 3?" And I was like, "Baby, the pinball room's going to look so empty with only 2 cabinets in there."
Look at Al. I just told my wife, can't wait till tomorrow. Pinball! Oh, man, everyone's excited. Move over Discord, get off Facebook. I don't know what that one's about.
Move over to Discord. I'm telling you right now, you get online with Tech Buzz. It'll give you the whole timeshare speech about Discord. And they've got this Discord group, and I got to get into it, but I don't know how to use Discord. I find it very confusing. I was trying to join their Discord before I got on this call, and I spent an hour down a foxhole. So if somebody can give me some help, I'd appreciate it.
Now, we got a good question here. Do you think the Zachariah and pinball joystick will be discounted again? I don't think they will be. That wasn't part of any of the announcements that AtGames has shared so far. Have you guys heard anything otherwise? I think it's literally just play to win the Tetris machine, right? That's pretty much what's happening this Sunday. I don't think...
that's my understanding. Yeah, it's just an event for you to join and play, so something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's going to be pretty much like it was last week or the last time, where you going to get the combo of Tetris and Space Invaders, and what was the third one? I forget the third game. Those 3 games: Tetris, Space Invaders, and what's the other? Burger Time. So you play those 3 on your cabinets. They get the combined score, and then someone's going to win.
We got a $5 super chat from Zohar. PDubs, check your Facebook Messenger. Michael B, don't hate me, but I think there's an old video of you on YouTube from 1980.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, boy. We need to figure this out. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, here we go.
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to get right back to the discussion. Let me find
it.
it.
Ravioli video?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me make sure it's appropriate. Let me make sure
it's never appropriate.
Well, you never know. Hold on, there's an ad. I no longer have YouTube Premium, so now I gotta skip these ads. Jeez.
Which is a good thing. Ads are good. Remember we talked about this.
Oh, yeah, Zohar, I can't play this. I'll end up getting a copyright claim. Here, I can kind of like share it real quick. Hang on. I can't play the whole thing. So let's just do this. We're gonna share our screen. Share screen. And it's the George Steele interview. There you are, Michael B. You know what? If you shaved your beard and shaved your head, there's a good chance, man. There's a good chance. So I can't play the whole thing because WWE, they copyright claim everybody. So sorry about that, guys. But thanks, Zohar. Thanks for the laugh. We appreciate it.
They even copyright claim their own wrestlers.
Yeah, isn't that hilarious?
That's true.
That is kind of weird that they do that. Okay. What were you talking about next? So I'm excited about getting these pinball machines, but I'm more excited about the fact that Cool Toy already found a way to run his own games on this machine. If you guys pay attention to our buddy Cool Toy, he posted a teaser on the Facebook groups as well as on his YouTube channel that he had, it looked like Steam running from his PC onto the pinball machine, but he won't tell anyone how he did it. He's like, you got to wait till my videos come out next week. But guys, how do you feel about that? Being able to add your own, being able to play additional games through modding on your Arcade1Up pinball machines, similar to what you can do on your AtGames pinball machines. What do you guys think about that? Throw it in the live chat. Detroit Love, this is your area. What do you think, buddy?
Well, it definitely be better. I mean, obviously, no one wants to buy any of these tables and be stuck with the same 10 games. You know what I mean? So the more the merrier, because it'd be a shame you buy it and you don't really like any of those tables. So give me some options. So I'm curious to see how he did that for sure.
Well, it's their own fault if they put Wi-Fi in a store on this thing, like everyone wanted the minute they announced it. I think that no one would even consider probably modding it. You know what I mean, or adding a PC to it or things like that, right?
But they want people to buy more and more and more and more and more.
Yeah,
they're doing the Arcade1Up model.
Because guys, all right. I want to take a poll in the chat, guys. Put a 1 in the chat if you think this is going to happen. Put a 0 in the chat if you think that this is not going to happen. There's been rumors and statements where they said, "Hey guys, we're going to come out with a new PCB board later on this year, next year, and it's going to give you the ability to have Wi-Fi and you'll be able to download and buy games." Do you guys think that that's actually going to happen? Put a 1 in the chat if yes, put a 0 if no. In my opinion, not going to happen. Not going to happen at all. I think, honestly, they want to sell you one pinball machine, 10 games at a time, until you have 10 pinball machines with 100 games on it and the entire Zen library, right? That's my opinion. That's where I think it's going. I do not believe a word of it. I'm still waiting for my Star Wars bench to be sold separately, and that still hasn't happened yet either. I don't think that's happening. What do you guys think? Be honest, or let me know. Restalgia, what do you think?
1,000,000% their business model is to sell you a machine with 10 games and then sell you the same games 20 times down the road, as many times as they can, until they essentially exhaust that resource. So not a chance. Not a chance are they going to do anything other than what they have been doing. Yeah. And they got a big library of games to choose from with Zen. So we're going to see a lot. We're going to see a lot of those.
Yeah.
I didn't say a good. I said they have a big.
You know where I'm going to go with this. It depends on what you like. If you like modern pinball tables that Zen make themselves, there's still a lot of runway there. But if you're like me and you want the recreations of old tables, I mean, we've got another 13 games left in that Williams table pack that they haven't put on one of the tables yet, I think. Something along there. So, I mean, they can really only get about 1 or 2 more tables out of the Williams pack. But maybe they're just fine selling the Marvel and Star Wars tables.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's other ones as well, right?
Yep. Now we got
a whole lot of other IPs that they have.
Again, but they're recreated. They're new tables. Like they can sell Doom, the Bethesda pack, and I get it. Yeah. But it depends on what you want.
Yeah. We weren't. I mean, right here, we had a comment and it just flew by. My apologies. Some guy named PW here.
Well, while you're looking for that, and attaching it to the screen. Well, now, what if they were to offer certain tables per cabinet? So let's say you have the Galaga cabinet and you can only add, 5 or 6 games that's not available to be purchased on, say, the Pac-Man cabinet. Would that make sense? Or you think they would do something like that, where they limit the cabinets that you can buy on the particular tables or cabinets?
Well, like DLC?
What's that?
Like DLC, like a game has DLC.
Yeah, but these games aren't available on, say, the Street Fighter cabinet.
So it's just DLC basically for that cabinet. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. There is a lot of things that Arcade1Up has said they would do that they have done, right? They've given us driving cabinets, they've given us flight yokes, they've given us a whole ton of stuff. They've given us online play, they've given us light up marquees and all that stuff. They've also given us stuff we never asked for, like light up J panels and light up control decks. Like they've given us stuff we haven't asked for, and they've given us stuff we have asked for. But then again, there's certain things that they needed to do that we haven't gotten. You know what I mean? And it's kind of shocking. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to hate on them. You guys know I support them. I buy their cabinets. I've spent nearly 10 grand on their stuff, especially if you include all the pre-orders I have placed this year already. Nearly $10,000 worth of Arcade1Up merchandise in the last year and a half, you know what I mean, or 2 years. That's a lot of money for a hobby. You know what I mean? That's a lot of money. So no one can say PDubs is an Arcade1Up hater. Consider how much goddamn money I've spent on their stuff, right? And I make videos and I point out all the good things as well as the opportunities for improvement. But you know, I still think that they should be doing DLC with Zen. I just don't understand why that's not happening. I don't want to buy 10 Arcade1Up pinball machines with 10 games on them. In my opinion, which we're allowed to say per YouTube, fair use, in my opinion, I would like one pinball machine and let me download and add more games to it, kind of like the Legends Ultimate. Like, think about it, guys. It comes with 22 games. You now can buy 105 games. It's 127 games. That's a lot of pinball, right? And the Taito games are still coming too, and we don't know exactly how many games those are. So let's just say it's another 10 games. I mean, you're talking about 130 some games. That's a lot of pinball, right? On one machine. Like, that would tide me over, right? What do you guys think about all this? Michael B?
Well, it's the same conversation you're going to have anywhere else. What do you want? Do you want Arcade1Up cabinets that look like the original cabinets, have the original controls? Does that excite you? Or do you just want to get a multicade? Like, it's the same thing you're talking about with pinball. Do you want multiple pinball tables that look like original pinball tables that'll look nice lined up in a row? Or do you just want a multi-pin?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. You know, with my modded pinball, I have like over 300 tables on it. In all honesty, I probably play 25 of those cabinets on any regular basis. But I had to dig through those 300 to find the 25 that I really like. You know what I mean? So the more you give people, the better chance that they're going to find something that they really enjoy playing versus just settling to play this because this is the only thing that I have available to play. And that's the key. That's the key with the pinball.
Yeah, I think the thing that maybe is going over some people's heads is Arcade1Up doesn't have the infrastructure for an e-commerce platform or like an e-store or anything. They've never introduced it in any of their product lines, and those things they cost ongoing. Like, they have an ongoing cost. There's maintenance. They have to maintain servers. They've got to keep things up to date. They got to make sure that they've got security in place so that way things aren't hacked. And that's not a business model that they've ever done. They're interested in selling you a machine that doesn't really require any updates, and then
she's here.
On to the next one.
She's here. She showed up, guys. It's happening. It's happening right now. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. I can't believe this is happening. All right, guys, in the live chat. Okay, so as you guys know, our resident teddy bear here, MichaelB the Game Genie, he's got a crush on a celebrity, a big crush. If you guys know who it is, throw it in the live chat. I have been messaging her. I slid into her DMs, and I've been messaging her. I've been sending her clips from our show. I've been letting her know, like, hey, we do this podcast. We would love for you just to come on, say hi to MichaelB, make his childhood fantasy come true. And she's here, guys. She's here right now. We're going to do this right now. It's happening. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it, guys.
You see his face right now.
So, MichaelB, are you frozen?
I'm so excited.
Okay. I thought he's in shock. Like, I honestly, I thought his screen was frozen. I'm about to add her to the show. Oh my God.
Celine Dion.
All right, guys. Now, guys, be nice. This is MichaelB, the Game Genie's childhood crush. That's right, guys. Alyssa Milano is here. Alyssa Milano is here. She's here to say hi to MichaelB, the Game Genie. We're going to bring her on. Everyone be respectful. Mike, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous, man. It's like if we had Alexa Bliss on, I would just turn red. Look how red MichaelB is.
I don't know if this is real or not. I'm trying to figure it out.
She knows about your crush. She's ready for you. Okay, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, because she's waiting, she says she's only got time to say hi to MichaelB for a quick minute or two, and she's got to run. Ladies and gentlemen, Alyssa Milano.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried. I know Michael wanted to hear from Alyssa Milano, but your buddies over at the Super Game Room Dudes podcast show got you the next best thing. Me. Congratulations on all your YouTube success. And now I know you've never seen me without my shirt on, but if you did, you'd say what everyone says. Wow, he's got much better tits than Alyssa Milano.
Oh, could you please send that to me afterwards, please?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, this is the best.
Oh man.
All right.
Why
Well,
you do that to MichaelB?
Okay, MichaelB, I'm sorry, but she didn't want to talk to you, man. She didn't want to talk to you. I did try, so I got you the next.
Oh my god.
I got you the next best thing. Look at Restalgia, he's crying. Oh, that was awesome. All right, let's talk iArcade.
Wow.
Right. How many of you guys picked up RetroMania on Steam? How many of you guys picked up RetroMania on Steam today? And did you like it? Did you not like it? I saw a lot of mixed reviews online for it. Guys, it is a very difficult game to play. I did a live stream last night playing the game. And sure enough, I had to get used to it, right? Like if you watch that live stream, they're in the first 15, 20 minutes. I play about 3 matches. I totally get my butt killed by the computer. Absolutely murdered. And then I lost 3 matches. I figured out how to play, and then I won 5 matches in a row, and then I really started liking the game. But there's a lot of people online, Restalgia, who are like, this game is too hard. It sucks. You know what I mean? And Restalgia, what do you always tell us whenever we say a game is hard?
It's because you suck at the game.
You always say, get good. Get good. Guys, what do you think about the people complaining about RetroMania? Is it viable, or are they just impatient because they expected to turn it on and win every match they play?
I think they need to get good, is what I think.
They need to get good. You need to put that on the t-shirt too. I was playing it all this morning, and it's a tough game. But I was playing on my keyboard on Steam with the Z, X, and C buttons, and so that took a little adjustment. I hadn't played a PC game in ages with a keyboard, so it took a minute. They whipped on my head for a while, but then I started to come back. I was doing the 10-pound, the gold.
10 pounds of gold ladder.
Yeah. And I started kicking some butt. I didn't like that I couldn't pause or something. It's like I had to keep going or something. I didn't know how to pause. But the game is definitely tough, so it's worth the money, man. I couldn't believe how low that scale was, and I was still getting my butt kicked. I'm like, I couldn't even imagine it on the sliding all the way to the right. It would be ridiculous. But it was definitely a lot of fun. I can't wait to get on the iArcade so I can play with actual buttons and joysticks, because the keyboard just doesn't cut it for me.
Well, Carl, you know what you need to do?
Get good, baby.
That's right. You need to get good.
You need to get good, baby. You need to get good
on the iArcade for sure.
God, I'm choking here. Zohar's giving me a hard time. He's trying to make me feel guilty. MichaelB, are we still cool, man?
Yeah, we cool.
We cool? All right.
I mean, it was the next best thing. So
we're cool for now until he processes what happened.
Right.
And then
I want you to tell me emotionally, and then we're going to get back to RetroMania. What'd you go through the minute you saw Gilbert Godfrey on screen there? Were you like, this is it? This is Alyssa Milano. She's coming on. And then all of a sudden,
I don't know what's going to happen now. I think I'm going to need to get some kind of psychotherapy because I was aroused by Gilbert Godfrey.
Oh, people are saying I was mean. Oh,
no, he wasn't mean. He wasn't mean, guys. I had no belief that he got Alyssa Milano.
An intro. I got much better tits than Alyssa Milano. That was awesome. Oh man. Okay, so
man.
Back to RetroMania. So I'm really, really enjoying playing RetroMania. I'm really liking it, but it takes a learning curve. Like for instance, guys, you have to pay attention the second the characters lock up, you have to hit your button. And if you're not the first one to hit, you're not going to win the elbow. What do they call that? The elbow and collar tie up. You're not going to win the tie up. You have to be first. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter how often you're mashing that button. You know what I mean? The first
That's not what it looked like you were doing there. Just saying.
Hey, man. I rocked it after a little bit. I rocked it.
I believe you, but you still got to get good.
I am getting good. I'm getting better. And then I'm going to challenge Nick Aldis to a game, and I'm going to crush him. So
Well, I want someone to get good enough so they can actually get over to the spot where we are in the too many games arena, because I could throw people out the ring, but I didn't know how to get out the ring.
You just double tap the direction pad twice in that direction.
Okay, but the Tech Buzz, they have a really nice spot on the game because they're in the shot for most of the fight, so they end up.
Yeah, I honestly thought we had the best position. I was like, we got the best position, ha 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 ha, and we don't. $1.99 super chat from Zohar. Michael B is going to body slam PDubs after the show, but don't worry, guys, we have another surprise coming up in just a couple of minutes. We're going to have an interview with an Arcade1Up representative in just a couple of minutes, guys. You don't want to miss that.
I'm almost more excited for that than Alyssa Milano.
Yeah.
Don't buy into it, Mike. Don't buy into it. We've already been bamboozled once today.
No. We're going to finish our discussion, and then guys, this is the oldest Arcade1Up employee. He's been around forever. He knows everything about Arcade1Up. He's been everywhere. You've seen him a bunch. It's going to be super, super exciting in just a couple of minutes. Don't worry. I'm very excited about it. Okay,
before we move away from iiRcade, I do want to mention they had their first update this week.
The firmware.
The firmware update, yep. So they had the first firmware update. And I had actually a little glitch with mine where when I booted up this morning, nothing was on the screen. It went through the normal logo processor, but then you couldn't see anything on the screen. So it ended up being, and they said just a few cabinets were affected. I did do a video just so if anyone runs into that problem, that as soon as the game would boot up, it automatically dimmed the screen down to the point where you could almost see nothing. But there was a quick fix for it, so definitely check that out if you run into that issue. But don't be afraid to update. I was going to recommend that you don't, but since it was an easy fix, then I don't think it's an issue.
Yeah, guys, make sure you subscribe to Detroit Love. Make sure you check out his iiRcade videos. The firmware update went in. I updated myself. I haven't had any real issues except for I'm still occasionally, if I power down all the way, I still have to occasionally unplug the cabinet, plug it back in to get it to fire back up. Just occasionally.
And I thought that was the same issue, but here it is. Here's what it is. You have to be so specific on booting up. It's literally like 3.5 seconds that you had to hold at. Anything longer than that, and if you don't release the button, it's just not going to come on. So try that with yours, P-Dub. Like I say,
that's
1,000,
exactly what
2,
I was going to
1,000,
say.
3, 1,004, and I let my hand up, and it comes up every time since I've been doing that. But it's just I think they say 3 seconds or they say 4 seconds, but it's literally like 3.5 seconds. So it's kind of weird. I wish they would just have a traditional switch where you can just turn the doggone thing on and off, but you don't. So you just have to know that particular task to get that thing to power up every time. So try that out, P-Dubs. I did include that on my video as well.
Well, in all honesty, and I said this before, and I've even told Jong privately, in all honesty, I think the sleep mode thing just needs to be disabled. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, just make it a on-off switch. You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion. Like, the sleep mode thing just leads to problems. Go ahead.
So can I throw a suggestion out there? Just unplug it. Because if you unplug it, it'll go off, and when you plug it in, it just comes on. So that'll do exactly what you want it to do.
You remind me of Captain America and the Avengers. It seems to run on some form of electricity. All right, guys, special guest coming in live from the loft. That's right. Arcade1Up representative here to answer your questions. Guys, I want your questions. I want all your questions. We're going to throw them at him. He said he's willing to answer all questions. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the chat, Mr. Pac-Man. Mr. Pac-Man is here in the loft, and he is ready to answer all of your Arcade1Up questions. Now, he lost his shirt and tie in a horrible smelting accident, but Mr. Pac-Man is here. Guys, ask your questions, and Mr. Pac-Man is ready to answer them. What do we got going on here, Michael B? What is that?
It's a safe space here, Pac-Man. Show us where Retro Ralph touched you.
Well, let me tell you something, Michael B. So I was at CES, right? And all of a sudden this guy came over and look at me. I'm now horribly disfigured because of it. I used to be a handsome man, and now look at me. I'm a hot mess. I'm a hot mess, Michael B.
And now he's like pale yellow too now. What color is that?
Well, I've been hiding inside. I'm not allowed to go out in public there, Detroit Love, you know. So, what can I say, man?
Restalgia, what questions do you have for Mr. Pac-Man?
Oh, I got no questions for Mr. Pac-Man.
Now, is that a bib on his head? What is that? What is that?
It looks like a duck. It literally, like, you could lay this down and it looks like a duck, or like one of those like hungry, like, you guys remember playing Hungry Hippos? Like, if I laid this thing on the side, it looks like.
Of course. That's the next Arcade1Up hit right after Pong is released. They're gonna have a Hungry Hippo table.
So I do have a technical question for you, Mr. Pac-Man. How do you plug into the screen? Do you have like a dongle that plugs into the screen that you connect to? How do you work?
That's kind of a personal question, Michael B. I literally just came out of the box, Michael B. You know what I mean? Like, I came out of the box 5 minutes before the show started.
Look at him.
So Mr. Pac-Man, what are those duck eyes for? Are those just to start the game?
I have this, I have a disease. I got this Pac-Man fever, so now my eyes are all bugging out right now.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever taken part in.
For real?
For real. Okay, we need to answer some questions from the live chat. Does Pac-Man have online play? Mr. Pac-Man, do you have online play?
No, I don't have online play, but you can add your own ROMs.
What? You can add your own ROMs, Mr. Pac-Man?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Look at Restalgia. He just wants this bit to end. He's just like, I just want this to end.
Oh
I
god.
just want it to go away. All right. Well, we're gonna leave Mr. Pac-Man here. He deserves to be part of the show. In fact, he might become a regular on the Super Game Room Dudes.
I really hope not.
We're gonna dress him up. We're gonna have him wear hats and ties and all that kind of stuff. He's gonna be fun.
I'm just wondering why his mic is muted. That's all I'm curious.
Yeah.
What'd you think he was gonna say?
The Island of Misfit Toys in Rudolph. What? Oh man. So guys, so there it is. There is your Pac-Man joystick. And dude, this thing is like 3 feet tall. This thing is massive. This thing is
your
not.
average gamer's got it right. I kept trying to picture what's that voice. I'm like, that voice is more appropriate for something else. And then Mr. T, that's what that voice is.
It sounds like Captain Insano from The Waterboy.
Oh yeah.
True. Baba Dooey. You guys are hilarious. So yeah, so we got it. We haven't had a chance to hook it up. We just took it out of the box today. We're gonna hook it up. We're gonna test it out and see if it's a great experience. Here in the Super Game Room.
You and the wife is gonna work on that.
I mean, we needed more Pac-Man. We needed more Pac-Man in our lives, so we brought in Mr. Pac-Man.
Does this just come with one of those console whatever devices that they have? That's what plugs into the TV?
Yeah, it comes with one of those HDMI consoles.
And is this hardwired in, or like the controller, or is it wireless?
I think both. I think both. Yeah. But again,
I said throw it in the water, throw it in the pool.
Throw it in the pool. I don't throw products in the pool, but we're gonna have fun with it. That's for sure. This thing's hilarious. Honestly, I could see a little kid opening this and getting excited about it. Like I could see it. Like, and maybe not this one, but the Disney one that's coming out, right? Like they're supposed to have someone that looks like Mickey Mouse. Like I could see a little kid having joy. Oh my god, it looks like Mickey Mouse and it plays a video game.
You know what's sad though? Like I am sad that they had to change the design because as much as I didn't think that this is something I'd buy, the original design did look better. That was more interesting to me than this. Like I'm trying not to be super negative guy, but like I don't even know if I'd buy this for my kid. Like it doesn't scream Pac-Man.
I don't know if I'm going to put my child through this. Is that what you just said?
You know what I mean? Like, the original design, if I bought that, my daughter would be like, oh my God, Pac-Man, and she'd play with it. What does she see here? Like,
I get it. Yeah. Nobody's looking at this thing at first glance and thinking, oh, that's Pac-Man.
Yeah.
People are looking at this thing and saying, "What the hell is that?"
Well,
you guys
if they turned it around like a bib, then they could have made it Baby Pac-Man.
There's actually another funny story related to this item. So I placed the order, and check this out. If you go to the Best Buy website, and I bought it from Best Buy, it says it's not going to ship. Product's not available until March 3rd or some crap like that is what it says, right? Guys, it's not March 3rd. It's February 26th, right? I placed the order on like the 22nd or 23rd, and less than like 5 hours later, Best Buy shipped it.
Yeah.
Which made me think that they just wanted to get rid of this thing as quickly as possible. Like, holy crap.
Somebody bought it.
Take it. You know what I mean? Like literally, like hours later, I got a tracking number. Your Best Buy order is shipped. I was like, what? It said March 3rd. I'm gonna have it by March 26th. And sure enough, it showed up today. Oh my god, it was hilarious. So guys, if you want to get them and get them quickly, there's an Arcade1Up product that they will throw your way. Take it.
Yeah, this is something else. This product.
You know you want it.
I
It
know.
doesn't even look. It doesn't even
No, I
look like
really-
the picture on their website either.
I really don't want this one.
The website shows that little stepping pad is yellow and yours is black, so it's like it's not even the same thing. And it's all pale yellow. It's
It's
pale
just-
like me. It needs some sun. Can't
This
wait
just
for
makes
winter to
me-
be over.
This just makes me sad. The whole thing makes me sad. I'm depressed now.
Why does it make you sad?
It's just depressing. It's
He
sad.
does.
product.
I'm seeing Jamie in there. He's suggesting you get some paint and
Did you-
draw a circle where its mouth should be.
Do you need me to cheer you up, Michael B?
Yes,
Yes.
please do. Please do.
Okay. All right. Do you need me to cheer you up? You want to see me dance? All right, guys, here's a dance video I did that was very popular about 10 years. It's a shame I lost all that hair and put on weight. There you go. Michael B's laughing again. We did it. We saved the show. We saved the
Oh,
show.
man.
Michael B's no longer sad.
Nope.
This show has turned into just a straight meme. That's what we have become.
Can we at least,
Ristalgia, I don't
see a
think you said
picture
that
of
right.
Melissa? Can we at least see a picture of Melissa?
I know where
so
you're going with this.
we can get
Nostalgia,
through this
it's not meme. What are you,
I
like
will-
85-year-old man?
Okay, you guys are the old ones here. All right, I'm not playing into your meme of a meme.
Mimi. It's pronounced Mimi.
Oh wait, hold on. We got a super chat. I think I missed it.
That was Zohar's.
$4.99. This product is the perfect example of a company that does not care about quality. Ouch. A lot of people are saying it's garbage. The Atari one looks decent. Come on, let's be honest. That
100%.
Atari one looks cool.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, guys. It's not a totally bad idea, except
It's completely unpractical. Completely impractical.
Yeah, it's,
I
for,
remember-
it's for a college suite where everybody's drunk and like, let me get a shot
Yeah,
at that.
That's exactly like when they did the initial reveal stuff at CES. They talked about that. This is supposed to be like a party toy where you can break it out and everybody can laugh with the giant joystick trying to play. That's the appeal for it. I mean,
It was a swing and a miss.
yeah.
oh man, a swing and a miss. Well, we have to test it, right? We got to properly judge it. You actually have to play with it. So
Yeah,
we're
make sure you get the review out before the return period ends.
Yeah.
That's the key with that. I don't want to see that at the loft any longer. Than
Oh my
30
God.
days.
I'm gonna hook it up to the back of my motorcycle and I'm gonna drive it all over town, man. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna catch it with my GoPro. It's gonna be awesome. Honestly, though, I wish they had just kept the original face. Like, who cares whatever happened at CES? It looked cool at CES. It looked cool. And then this is the guys. Once again, this is the final design. This is to, I mean, it's just not that pretty. It's just not cool, man.
And what are those little shapes? What are those things supposed to be at the base of that?
So I don't know, man. I
It's
really
like,
don't.
that doesn't even none of that. Nothing makes sense about that thing.
Oh man, but guys, if you
And on their website, it's got little Pac-Man being chased by the ghost, but then they gave you yours with the black plate and those stupid little shapes at the bottom.
Yep.
This is crazy.
Carly, you're so upset.
It's just stupid.
He's like, this is so.
Yeah. I mean, I would be pissed. One, I would be silly if I bought it to begin with. But if I looked at, can you bring up the Best Buy listing for that so we can see that? It's ridiculous. It looks nothing like that. I mean, except for the top with the stupid sign on it, but the whole base is totally
but that
different.
makes it look so much worse.
Yeah.
Look at Al. He's like, they could have just put the mouth on the other side and shipped the product.
Honestly, I don't think that was the issue. I don't think it really was. Like, I think that's the funny way to explain why it's changed, but it's not that.
I don't know. I'm surprised because like Arcade1Up has done a really good job with the way that their products look. And then there's this, which is like, why? Like what, who needs to be fired? Because this is bad.
Well, I thought seeing it in real life would cheer you up, would make you guys laugh, but it's so depressing. You guys are just falling to pieces on me, you know?
I feel bad. This is going to end up in the, what was it? The daycare from Toy Story 3, the Unwanted Toys daycare.
That's so true. Oh, okay. Let's see here. You guys are Retro Collect says why wouldn't each of you not butt the RetroMania arcade? You guys, you need to pass. Oh, I think what he's trying to say is why don't we buy it?
We're all going to buy it. I want to get it on Nintendo Switch and iiRcade, but it has to be available on both. I think it's available on Switch now.
No. He's talking about the cabinet, the themed cabinet. Because it's $800, dude.
Yeah, we already have it.
They don't. It's not available in Canada. So.
Oh, that stinks, man. That stinks. That you guys got to admit that RetroMania wrestling cabinet for iiRcade looks pretty dope.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And they did a good job using WrestleFest cabinet as inspiration. Michael B, what were there was a lot of the which artwork got copied over? Like a lot of the like the little multicolored lines and stuff, like
background graphics.
Neon background lines from WrestleFest Cab really found its way onto the design of this. So it was a really good homage, I think is the way you say it, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I would really love to have one, but I have this one, which I paid for, the Dragon's Lair, and then I have the I have the demo unit that they sent me, the standard edition. Like, I really don't need a third one. So, should we fire Mr. Pac-Man? Because he's really depressing.
Just get him out of here.
All right. Okay. Is the show back to normal now?
Yeah, so I feel so much better now. It's like like a huge weight off my chest.
There was a dark cloud over the show.
There was.
Everything's fine, Steven? Are you better now?
Much.
For real?
I know where this is going.
For real. With Restalgia. There you go. There's that cute smile. Aww. Look at that. The show got better when we fired Pac-Man. Mr. Pac-Man came on once, and he probably won't be back. But we'll have some entertaining videos for him. Have you ever bought something out of sheer morbid curiosity?
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
That's what happens.
Did you not see all of Restalgia's really, really weird Pokemon figures?
You have them on your desk, don't you? You want to show those up?
Oh, they're packed up in boxes. They're gone. I have way more than just the ones that I've shown. If you want, I can go grab them. I've got some really inappropriate one. It's not. We're gonna get demonetized. I'm gonna end up going to jail. It's gonna be a thing.
Are they like sexual in nature, or are they just like gross, like boogers and stuff? Or
No. There's one of them is sexual in nature.
Why would you buy that?
Why wouldn't I buy that? Is I think a better question. Why haven't you bought it, Mike? That's the better question.
So there's a guy in a boardroom, and he's like, you know what things need to go together? Pokemon and sex. Boom.
It's interesting. It's certainly interesting.
My heart hurts because I kind of miss Mr. Pac-Man. Like, honestly. Like you know those puppy commercials where you got to like save the puppies? Like, honestly, Imagine if the camera zoomed in right now and if it was in the arms of an angel. We need to rescue Mr. Pac-Man. Oh, you're fired. Get out of here.
No, not this thing. No. Yeah, that thing you should take it out back and shoot it. That's how I feel.
Shoot it. I'm not going to shoot it. I actually want to turn it on and I want to try it out. I want to see if it's any cool. You never know. What if it's awesome? What if it's amazing?
I don't know, PDubs. Sometimes you just know. Sometimes you just know.
Man, you sure know how to judge a book by its cover. Restalgia.
That is just it's. I've never been a fan of that. When I saw that at first, I was like, "What is this?" It does not make sense, but now it makes less sense. So,
yeah. Well, whatchamacallit? Let's finish talking about the iiRcade. So, iiRcade did a firmware update. They released a RetroMania wrestling cabinet. You can now do screen, like a photo capture, screenshots, like on your Nintendo Switch, your Xbox. And when you click it, you just press player 1, player 2 start, right, Carl?
No, player 1 and player 2 at the same time and hold it.
Player 1, player 2 at the same time, and then it'll send that picture, that snapshot to your email, and you can share it on your social media. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool feature, right? Like no one else does that feature. That's pretty awesome. And then also they released Windjammers today. A whole bunch of games. Windjammers is awesome. Super excited about that. And then what else is going on with iiRcade? Is iiRcade doing well, basically, is my question. It sounds to me like they're doing well. They're doing pretty good. What do you guys think, Michael B?
They've got a super engaged community. Jung's doing all the right things. They're constantly bringing out new games, keeping people engaged, keeping people informed. It's been fun. I got to say, I'm a big iiRcade fan so far.
Got some honest feedback from Wilson. He thinks that the games that are in there need to get better. What do you guys think about this? Detroit Love?
I agree. Like I said, I was a little slow to get on board with it, and I'm glad I got on it at the was it on Kickstarter or was it the other one?
Kickstarter.
It was a Kickstarter, yeah. So I'm glad I got it at the Kickstarter price versus waiting to the after Kickstarter price. But again, I'm waiting for the wrestling game. I had a little taste of that on Steam. I definitely do not prefer playing it on a computer. So that's going to finally have a game when that comes out for me to actually turn that thing on and not just look at it. You know, I'll actually be able to play something. I do like the was it Bummer Squad? Or
Bomb Squad or something?
Bomb Squad.
Yeah.
I do that. I wish I could play. I know you can play locally, but I don't have more than one, right? I wish they would make that online play so that we could play that.
Bomb Squad is online, isn't it?
I thought it was just local.
I think Bomb Squad is online.
Is it? I didn't see any way to play online. I know PDubs and those guys played it together when they were all together in Chicago. But
you can do a local LAN play.
Yeah,
and
I'm saying online play is the question.
Yeah, and you can play online. Yeah, you just have to open up a port on your router, and you can invite people to give them your IP, and then they can join your game.
So when are we going to do that? Don't
we should do that. We should do that. I told you after you finally got your iiRcades, we should do a Game Room Dudes Bomb Squad show. In fact, the guys over at what was that? Retro Reconnaissance, or what is their thing called? Retro. We wish we were as cool as the Game Room Dudes. What was it? Retro Recon. That's it.
Wow.
Don't worry, we're setting the stage, guys. It's like a WWE pay-per-view. Yeah, the boys over at Retro Recon challenged the Super Game Room Dudes to Bomb Squad. Guys in the chat, should we go crush their butts or what? I'm not seeing my team all jazzed up here.
I think they just need. Well, listen, hold on. If I'm going to go into a game with the three of you guys need to get good.
I would expect no other answer from you, Restalgia.
I can't carry us forever. Okay.
Oh my God, no other answer. Everyone's like, yeah, go crush them. Let's go beat them. Yeah, I don't know what the 0 is. Shots fired.
I'm happy to beat anybody who wants to play against me in any game.
Now, here's what I love.
But there's no fake basketball McFace in that game. So
Hold on.
stand a chance.
Come on, Mike. I crushed you in on ArcadeNet too. So
no, Zohar, we weren't talking about Retro Ralph. We were talking about Retro Recon, which is Gunther, King Creole, and I think they have a couple other guys. I think they have a small team. I think they want to do some 4-on-4 action, something like that. So, yeah, we'll definitely check that out. In my opinion, the iArcade is doing pretty well. What I really love seeing is Jong and his weekly live streams are like board meetings, right? He's sharing everything. He's like, these are the 10 most purchased games on the store for the month. These are the 10 most purchased games of all time. And it's really interesting watching that, like games like Oddmar, Riptide Renegade, Double Dragon 2, Dragon's Lair, Dragon's Lair 2, Rage of the Dragons. Like, these games are killing it. People are buying them left and right. And a lot of us in that community also play those games via nefarious methods on other platforms, but we're willing to buy the games on iArcade. I mean, what does that tell you? Like, I can play all those games some other way, but I'm going to spend the money and buy them on iArcade. I think that's pretty awesome. What do you think, MichaelB?
Yeah, it is cool. Like, I think that they need to keep doing what they're doing, looking at interesting games that aren't normally arcade type fits, because that's what really impresses me about this cabinet. I love playing games like Dead Effect is actually really super fun. I like playing Wonder Boy, and I'm interested to see what other modernish games they're going to bring into the platform. I want to see more stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot Dylan. He backed up all 900 arcade machines in his house. He backed up all his ROMs onto a 3.5-inch floppy disk, and luckily he did that all those years ago. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I was really impressed with how fast they got back to me when I had that issue with the dark screen. I went on this site. It said they'll respond to the email in 24 to 48 hours. They responded in 5 minutes, and the issue was resolved. So I was super impressed with the response to that issue.
So I've always said this, like, I've got a lot of friends that want to open restaurants, and I'm like, you guys don't understand, like a small business, especially like a restaurant, you need to be there. You need to be involved. You can't hire a manager because they're playing with your money. They're not going to care about it and put as much time and effort into it personally like you would. Jong is treating his business the same way. Jong is on deck. He's got his hands in everything, and that's why this is working so well. He's not just some rich guy that came up with a concept and hired a bunch of other people to do it. He is there in the mud implementing this, and good job on him, and that's why this is working so well.
Yep. And I think a lot of folks are waiting for those big, like the big AAA nostalgia titles that Arcade1Up has in their lineup, right? A lot of folks, I think if he got one or two more of those, I think that would kind of silence that storm. But a lot of the games that Jong is bringing that other systems won't bring, like there's a lot of those orange, what is that developer? Orange Pixel games. They make a lot of good games. The Wonder Boy games, like these games are actually really cool to play. You know, RetroMania, you're only going to find it on the iArcade, right? You know, unless you stream it to another cabinet, right?
Yeah, I think Jong's got to keep doing what he's doing, and I think the big thing here is that he has an advantage in the marketplace in terms of native play that nobody else does. He can run more advanced games on that hardware, and he should 100% take advantage of that. Get into mobile apps like he's been doing. You know, get some of those games in there. Get something that has, you know, better graphics. Forget the old stuff for now. You know, just keep pumping in some of the new stuff that'll really take advantage of that hardware. And once you build up the user base, then spread out and, you know, then provide some of the older content that people are begging for. But
I'm okay with him doing both. Like, there's people out there that bought this to play old games for whatever reason, and you know, he's sprinkling in some of those. They shouldn't be the primary feature, but I'm fine with him keep doing the retro games too. People want that as well.
Like,
I mean, he's been adding like a good selection of games. Like there's a lot of older games. Like you've got all the Technos games, right? You've got Dragon's Lair that is on there. You've got a ton of those kind of classic arcade games. What we need is let's get some modern games in there. And I don't say modern like highly advanced, but modern apps.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if there was a way to get like obviously Call of Duty is not going to run on this thing, but like something along those lines. Like let's get into some of the more advanced types of games. If they can run, put them on there. See what we can do with it.
All right, couple housekeeping items. So for starters, Dylan says the same company that owns Wonder Boy has the rights to Streets of Rage 4. Wonder Boy is on the iArcade. Jong just needs to leverage that relationship. Streets of Rage 4, local play, not streaming, because you can play it on like AtGames, but via streaming. But if they could do local play, that would be a must buy on this cabinet, right? Streets of Rage. And that would be huge, right? That would be huge. Another big name, right?
There's tons of those games out there. I mean, Double Dragon 4, Double Dragon Neon. Yep. You could look at games like Sonic Mania. That's a non-traditional arcade game, but might work well on iiRcade. So there's so many options. So Yacht Club games, like lots of developers out there. That Mega Man, those new Mega Man games they came out with, all that stuff could possibly run on the iiRcade.
Jason, your Pixel-K looks more clear on live stream. Looks sweet. Yeah, I say this all the time whenever I do review these videos. If you point a DSLR camera like this at these devices, it's like 5 shades darker than what it really looks like. I got this 4K webcam in front of me, so obviously, and it's pretty far away from the devices. You can see how bright and beautiful those marquees are when we're live, not recorded. Quick housekeeping item there. But also, Jong should also, in my opinion, let's go get the big games. Let's get Streets of Rage 4 and games like that, right? Let's get the later Street Fighters. I don't want Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo. You know what I mean? Like, just give me Street Fighter Alpha and later versions. You know what I mean? Like, if Jong does that, that's huge. But yes, to satisfy the masses, he's got to get something on there. Like, something that we play on other devices. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, Final Fight. You know what I mean? He's got to get stuff like that, to satisfy people looking for that. But then again, a lot of his audience is looking for the modern games. Like you claim you have the horsepower, show us the horsepower, right?
Yeah.
That's what we want. And we're not seeing horsepower when we're seeing ColecoVision games be added, right? Like, I want to see horsepower. You know what I mean? Give me Streets of Rage 4. That would be monstrous on this. It would help Jong sell a bunch of cabinets. And I think we did an episode a few weeks ago where we talked about a whole bunch of cabinets or games he should try to get, right? Battletoads, get that one on. Why not? Battletoads.
These are all you guys are talking about very expensive licenses.
Yeah, I know. So I'll throw one out there that should be a slam dunk. Cuphead. Cuphead would be so good on iiRcade.
Cuphead would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But like Evoland 2, I bought those, play them. They play awesome on here. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of good stuff on in the store available today that if you give it a shot, you're gonna really like playing it on this arcade. I mean, is it an arcade? Is it a console, MichaelB? What is it? What is it?
I said it's more like a console because you can't review this based on what it is. It's all going to depend on what games come out for it in the future. That's going to tell the whole story. Right now, we have a really cool concept of a console, and they need the software to support it.
Yep. I mean, if he got Cuphead, I would buy it, even though I own it on Steam.
Cuphead would be perfect for an arcade machine. Cuphead is, and it's like one of those games that's unforgiving and it's painful to play and to win, but it would be incredible to have on there.
I got a shotgun shot on Toe Jam and Earl. We were talking, Jong, when he does his live streams, he puts a teaser as to what he's going to announce in the title. So in his last live stream, he said it's like the jam session, right? So me and a bunch of people in the chat before the show went live were like, is it NBA Jam? Is it Crossword Jam? Is it Toe Jam and Earl? We were trying to figure out, like, what is he going to announce, right? And now everyone wants Toe Jam and Earl. It's pretty funny.
The other thing Jong should get on there, I think, would be really cool is some form of like a darts game. I don't know if there is a darts, digital darts. I'm sure if you go into the your Google Play Store or the Apple Store, there's going to be a darts game where you can just like tap the screen where you want it to. I'm sure.
Darts. You guys are mean.
I'm not the one who said it.
You guys are mean. Well,
I do think that if Arcade1Up made a darts game, it'd be better than that Pac-Man thing that they had.
Well, I think iiRcade is going to do well, provided they sell more cabinets, and provided those who own cabinets, you're not obligated to. If you want to play just the 11 games, play the 11 games. But here and there, you don't have to be crazy like me. I buy like 2 or 3 games a week. Just, pick up a game here and there, right? Just that extra attachment rate to each cabinet will help Jong secure more of these licenses. There's a lot of stuff Jong tells me behind the scenes that I can't share, but there are companies out there that will tell Jong, show me the data, right? He needs the data, guys. He needs your support. So he's got to show like, hey, these games were on my platform and we sold X amount. So, you know, you're not obligated to, but if you see a game that looks interesting, pick it up. $5-6, you know what I mean? Who cares, right? It's all relative. So, but yeah, I would love to see a lot of those games on the iArcade. Well, guys, I think we've gone over our allotted time limit, but we lost Carl. Carl, is he going to come back?
I don't know. I don't know if I can say where he's gone. Can we say where he's gone?
Okay.
I don't know.
I
Do
think
we know where he's gone?
I do.
Well,
yeah.
Oh, I
his
don't.
daughter has a date, and the guy just showed up to pick her up. Now, what Carl should have done was take the camera with him, so we could all be a bunch of daddies here and judge this guy, right? It'd be like, you're live on the Super Game Room, dudes. This girl, what time is this girl going to be home? Midnight? What time? 11 p.m. 9 p.m. sir. Okay, 9:05. She better be here at 8:59.
Oh, there
hey,
he
what's
is.
up? What's up? Did you give him the riot act? Did you give the riot act?
No, that wasn't that. That wasn't that.
Did you show him your shotgun collection?
So I don't know if we did this live on air. I do want to take a minute and talk about how good a guy Carl actually is. If you guys don't already know, we were giving him a hard time because on the Valentine's Day when we did the last NOD show, Carl couldn't come originally and then showed up later, and he was like, I got to take my ladies out. So we were trying to joke about how he has multiple partners. But what it was he took his daughter out, and he explained, the reason I took my daughter out is I want to show her how she should be treated by men so she knows. And it was at that moment I was like, man, I want Carl to be my dad. Like, what a good guy.
And then send it to the internet.
Carl's amazing. We love Carl. All right, guys, we've gone well over our allotted time. Hopefully we give you some entertainment and some news bites and information. Next week, I think it's actually going to be a much tamer show. I think we're going to have some guests on and actually get down to business and have some serious discussions. I think we're going to have a very serious episode next week. Who am I kidding? Make sure you guys subscribe to Michael B, the Game Genie, and Restalgia. Michael B has released a video every day this week. He's on fire. I can't. Even PDubs can't keep up with him. I'm like, Jesus, now I got to release another video. Michael B's ahead of me. You guys are awesome. Hopefully we entertained you. Carl, whenever you're ready.
Hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Make sure you tune in Sunday to make sure you join and get the opportunity to win. And we'll see you next Friday. And until next time, guys, we'll see you on the web.